Hello and welcome to my kitchen here at Trails N62. We are in part 4 of making tamales. We made the coal sauce, we made the tamale meat, we put the coal sauce and made the coal, which is the spread for the inside of the tamale. And now we're going to put it together. I'll show you how to put it together, how to do the tortilla dough for it, the tamale wrap, and how to put it all together and make the tamales and how to cook them and everything. Now, like I said before, 1 jar of coal sauce and 1 pint of, that's a half a pint of coal sauce and 1 pint of meat, it makes 8 to 9 tamales. Now, in these videos that are coming that you're about to see, there's probably 2 different sets of videos here that I used. One of them was how we did it one way, another one we did it a different way and putting them together, so I kind of show you how to do it. But as far as the ingredients go, again, listen. I may be talking in it and telling you certain things, but what I put on the screen in the text is what the actual amounts of water and dough and everything like that, baseka and all that you need to do. So again, there's 2 different ways that we did it here, and because we did it 2 different times the time I got this video made. So I'm going to show you the way we did it, and again, this will make 8 to 9 tamales. Now, if you need more than that, you simply double everything up. Alright, so we're going to get started here on putting the tamales together, making the tamale tortillas, the wrap, if you will, and making tamales and getting them steamed. So, here we go. Okay, so we have our coal sauce, and we have our tamale meat seasoned, ready to go. Now, the next thing you do, you need to have a little preparation if you're going to make tamales. Tamales are steamed. I'm going to be using the steamer on my Nesco electric canner here, but I'm going to use my steamer on that. And it'll vary on how long you'll actually steam it, depending on how many tamales you have. Now, if you have a big pot, like we've done before of tamales, you may want to steam it for about an hour. If you're doing, and that's, oh, I don't know, that may be 30, 40 tamales that you're steaming. You get less than that, you cut down the time. If it's just like a handful of tamales, like 10 or 12, 16, something like that, you may do it for less time. Just check it and see. And understand that when you put it in a steamer, probably the ones on the bottom are going to cook faster than the ones on the top. So you need to make sure that you steam it appropriately for that time. I'm going to do it in my Nesco steamer, and probably going to do about, well, I don't know. We'll see what we have, and that will determine on how long we do it. We'll get to the timing of it later. But you have to do a little preparation. There's a few things that you need. Now, Mexican tamales are made with wrapped in your corn husk. I don't wrap mine in corn husks. The Yucatec Mayan tamales are wrapped in plantain leaves. They look like banana leaves, but they're plantain leaves, and you have to heat those over a flame to get them soft and pliable to wrap your tamales in. I have done that before, and well, actually, Evie has done that before, and I have done it with her. But what we do, because we don't want to mess with having to do the plantain leaves and that sort of thing, is we just wrap it in foil. Okay? I'm all about quick and easy. This is a quick and easy method, and it works good. So you've got to have your foil, and you've got to have your foil cut. I don't cut foil. I buy mine pre-packed, already cut. Already cut aluminum foil sheets. I get these at Sam's Club, and they're actually 2 sizes. I've got the smaller, this is a 9" by 10 3/4" size. They make another size, a little bigger than this, which I would recommend to use instead. But this is what I have, and they're already cut. And so this is what I'll use. It will make a smaller tamale, but they do make a little bigger sheet than this pre-cut. I would recommend that sheet over this one. But I already had these. The other thing you're going to need is you're going to need some plastic disc cut to spread your tamales out. See here, nice circular discs cut out of plastic. What did I cut them out of? I cut them out of Ziploc bags, gallon size. Cut these out round because that's how big we're making the tamale spread. And we need one for the top, we need one for the bottom, and we'll show you how to use these as we do our tamales before we're ready to cook them. But this is what you use to press out the tamales, the tortilla part of the tamale. Alright, and that part is steam cooked. Alright, now what do we use to cook that with? We use maseca, which is a instant corn masa flour. It's a fine flour. This is the brand I use and recommend. There are other brands. For those of you who care, it is gluten-free. It's called maseca, and it is a corn flour used for making all these different things, and it's a very fine flour. Now we're going to do our tamale wrap. We're going to use 2 cups of maseca and about 1.5 cups of water and mix it up to a nice ball of foil. Mix it up to a nice dough consistency here. Not quite as soft as we did for the caul. Don't mix the olive oil in at first. Mix it with the water first. Get your dough at the consistency you want before you put the oil in. Otherwise it will be crumbly. So mix it up with the water to the consistency of this right here, and then add your oil and mix your oil into it. Yeah. We'll make that 1/3 cup of olive oil. Mix it in really good.
So I think it's like a teaspoon.
Okay. Now we want to salt this to taste. We want to salt this to taste. It'll take about 1 teaspoon of salt.
Good.
So just take off a little piece of it and taste it and see if it's salty enough for you after you mix it up. So about 1 teaspoon of salt in with this to make it just right.
See how pretty it looks.
Okay, then we're going to make these into little balls, a little bigger than a golf ball. Okay, so now we drained our liquid out of our meat, and now we use 1 jar of our meat, put it in a bowl, shred it up, because you'll be putting this in your tamales. So put your foil down. Put your ball in the middle, kind of flatten it out a little bit, then you put your plastic on top of it, centering it on the foil. And then you just start working it out from the center of the ball, flattening it out into a circle there on your foil. Spread it out with your hand so that you make a tortilla shape, a round shape, staying on the foil. And then you're going to peel off the plastic, and then you're ready to put your caul on. Okay, we're going to flatten these out partially with the press, tortilla press. We have done it by hand, but we're going to use our tortilla press. We place the plastic on the bottom. We'll place our dough balls in the middle, start flattening them out a little bit. Then we'll place a plastic on top. Put our press down, and we're going to press it not all the way because you don't want it to go too far, but just till it starts coming out of the press. Then we'll finish it off by hand. Take the plastic off the top. Now pass that over to Evie. And then Evie will take a piece of foil, center the tamale wrap on the foil, plastic side up, and then she will finish by hand stretching it out for the tamale. And as you can see, we're doing all of our tamales. Going to spread them out here before we put our caul and meat on them. So we've got them all spread out, and we're dividing the caul up between each one, and then we'll spread the caul out on the tamales. Okay, here we have our caul sauce all spread out, and the next is going to be the meat. We'll put our meat on it. Okay, and here we have our meat spread out between our tamales, and we're ready to wrap them and then steam them. Okay, so we're wrapping the tamales, and by we I mean Evie and her daughter Gabby are wrapping the tamales. We'll get them all wrapped and then we'll steam them.
This one's more.
Yeah. The long end, fold them up together, and then you fold them over. Tighten it down because you want this to be tight, sealed, because it's going to steam inside of this foil, just like it would steam inside of the plantain leaves. Rolling up the ends, because we're going to seal it. Now, just a little word of caution here. If you're going to do this on the stove, it would be good to already put your water on to start boiling in your double boiler and your steamer on the stove, so it can be boiling by the time you get through doing all your tamales. There it is, ready to go. And we're going to put these in our steamer and steam them for about 35 minutes for this many. 30 to 35 minutes. And then we'll open it up, we'll check it, and if they're not quite done, then we'll steam it for a little longer. Put it in here. I've got my valve on exhaust up top. Right up here, valve is on exhaust. I closed it, I punched the water bath steamer. I set my time over here for 35 minutes. Then I punched the start button. And it started going. It will heat up in there. It'll start boiling. It'll start steaming. Once steam starts coming out of the top, and it's coming out pretty good steam, then I'll punch start again, and that will start the timing. So if you're doing it on the stove, you need to have your water boiling, ready to go before you put your tamales in there, and then you start your timing. Alright, 35 minutes, and it's done. And there we have homemade tamale. Ready to eat. Alright, there you have it. Yucatec Mayan tamales. Not exactly what you would call original, because we didn't use the plantain leaves. We used foil. And like I said before, that in the south part, down in Belize and that area down there, they use the plantain leaves. You get further north into Mexico, up by the United States border, most tamales are wrapped in corn husks. You can put them in corn husks if you want to. I use foil because it's simple, and I'm all about simple when I do these things. But there you have it, Yucatec Mayan tamales. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed cooking it, making it, and keeping it in your pantry. Till next time, from my kitchen to your kitchen, from my house to your house, God bless.